So guys, I pulled for a personal rune for me this morning. This to me is confirmation. I normally look at Tyr as the spiritual warrior, but I decided this morning to look up what it means in the healing runes. Okay, and I've done all my runes on this channel, and I've, told all of y'all what they mean and everything, but I decided to look up the healing book of runes this morning, and I'm just going to read to y'all what it says here, okay? Courage, the spiritual warrior is the rune of courage, okay? And Ralph Bloom says, courage is faith in action, and that drawing this rune indicates you're being asked to recognize and honor this courage and strength of your own spirit. As you do, you will grow in the understanding necessary to continue traveling the road you have chosen and to face with wisdom whatever challenges life brings. Anyone who has ever been sorely tested, suffered through the death of a loved one, that's me, been critically ill, recovered from an addiction, oh, that's me again, or broken the silence of spousal abuse, oh, that's me again, knows well the courage it takes to heal. The insight from these transforming experiences gives us hope and teaches us that the reward for courage is wisdom. If it's the path that troubles you, know that the past is often healed by a courageous heart and mind. Are you being asked to make a leap of faith into an uncertain future? Yes, I am, guys, simply for the reason because I am focusing on the future, latent healers, and all the other things that my intuition's been telling me lately, okay? Then he goes on to say, if so, consider the circle of the runes, and I'm going to have to do a reading on that, or do a video on that, where courage lies between acceptance and prayer. Thus the oracle is saying, if you react to the present situation with panic or denial, there's no place for courage to take hold. If the challenge confronting you feels overwhelming, yes it does, think upon those who have faced great adversity with grace and pray for their example to inspire you. Time and again, the true test of courage, and folks, this is very true, is to live rather than to die, to survive the period of crisis and complete your healing. Take comfort from this. There is intimacy with the divine arising from the small, brave acts that help us to live through every single day. For some, receiving this rune may be a reminder to reach out and ask for help. Taking the risk of reaching out is one of those brave acts of daily courage. How hard is it to reach out and ask for help, guys, right? So for others, the rune of courage, and guys, this is where it feels so important for me today. The rune of courage announces that the cycle of sorrow and pain has finally come to an end. Hallelujah! Be at peace with your healing. I am. You have walked the path of true courage. Now it is time to go out in the world and live the life you were born to live. Guys, this tells me that I should have no more fear, that I should start talking about the things that have been happening to me that I haven't shared with you guys, which is why I sometimes do those has this happening to you readings, or done a video and said, hey guys, this is what I'm experiencing. Are any of you feeling that? And I already know that some of that in the future, some people are going to be going, wow, that happened to me. And guys, I just intuitively know some of those are going to come about after I'm already gone, because I feel like sometime in the future, people are going to seek me out and ask me questions, because I've been getting this vision of me in a little camper out in the middle of the Arizona fucking desert. I don't know if it's necessarily Arizona, but it's out in the middle of the fucking desert. So I just know that I'm picking up on energies from the future. And that is not something, I mean, even tarot cards most of the time, they tell you what you already know, guys. They just confirm it for you. They don't really talk about the future, because the future is up to fate, destiny, the divine. It's not up to us. We are very frail, manipulative, creatures compared to the divine. The divine can see 360. All we can see is linear. All we can see is going forward. And that, guys, is a fact. So this rune is just telling me that I need to go forward with everything that's happening to me. I need to talk about it so that as other people experience it, especially the latent healers, the ones who are, say, from 40 and past, that are now coming into their healing gifts, that are going, what the hell's going on with me? Where did this come from? I've been working in an office doing this job for 20 years. I'm going to be retiring soon, or starting something new, and all of a sudden I'm totally confused because nothing feels right anymore. Or going to work every day and saying, I'm just so tired of doing this same old fucking job every damn day. Because by the time you're 40, guys, you have already gone through all the firsts most of the time. You've already lived through marriage or divorce, the birth of a child, somebody dying, and, moving from one place to another, having, knowing friends that you've lost along the way through car accidents, drug overdose, suicide. All of us, by the time we're 40, we have gone through some traumatic experiences, grown-up experiences. And so you've kind of already, and then by that point, by the time you're 40, you start seeing other people go through what you've gone through. And even if you say, I know how you feel, and people don't like, because not everybody likes it when you say that, but you may not feel the way they feel, but you know how it feels because you've gone through it, you've lived it, you've experienced it. So, that's why I say latent healers from like 40s on, because that's when some people are going to start experiencing some things that they haven't never experienced before because they're starting to awaken and they don't know what to do with it. Or they suddenly start getting intuitive hits and they don't even know what they are. You just start knowing some things by the time you get to that age. So that's why I'm talking about latent healers being ones that suddenly have gifts and they've been doing the same old thing for, 15, 20 years. And all of a sudden, or their life has been very stable. They've been in a marriage for 20 years and all of a sudden they get divorced. And, everything changes. At some point between your 40s and 50s, something changes. So, and you have to know how to roll with those punches. And some of us still, of course, life is a learning process. But for me today, Tear as a healing rune is talking about courage. And I'm going to take up that challenge, and I'm going to start talking about things that I've been experiencing that I have not shared with you guys. The things that are coming to my mind that the universe is sending me, that the divine is sending me, that my spirit guides and angels are sending me, passed on loved ones, my ancestors. And I feel like they're pushing me in that direction to start talking about some of the things that you just don't hear people that do readings talk about. And I'm still going to do my readings, guys. But to me, this is just a major thing for me personally. So if somebody else feels like they're going through the spiritual warrior's honor badge of courage, just realize that you now have all the tools in your toolbox. If you're also experiencing that you're now going to live the life that you're supposed to live, and just realize that now is the time. Now is the time to figure out what it is that you're here for, what your spiritual path and journey is, what you're supposed to teach the others. And regardless of whether it's a big thing or a small thing, teach, preach, preach. Because all of us need each other. All of us as a whole, humanity. Because guys, by the time I pass away, they talk about all these Generation X and baby boomers and they just talk about all these, they give every generation a name, which just helps people to identify the time and place in our society. Okay. To me, it doesn't, and it also talks about certain things of where the world is at, especially in the United States. So guys, is today your day of starting to live the life that you were born to live? Something to think about. If so, step forth in courage. And those are my words, not no one else's. Step forth in courage. Be willing to talk about things that nobody wants to hear. Be willing to talk about whatever healing you're going through. Be willing to have the courage to live a better life, be a better person today. My right ear is going off. They're talking to me. So guys, I think that's right. That's true. Today is your day to step up and be the most courageous you've ever been. So, and like I said, guys, this is just my personal rune for the day. But be a light in the darkness because we need you. Lana Scott, Lighthouse.